Several months ago, I spoke about the absolute need in this time of our life, in this time of our country, of our nation, how deeply important it is to hold on to our spiritual values. It was for that reason that last week in our service we discussed welcoming the stranger. We read the text from the book of Genesis. Yes, the book of Genesis, the first book of the Bible, where Abraham receives the strangers who turns out is God. And he welcomes God, and because of that welcome, we have the fulfillment of the promise that God had given to Abraham before that time. We have to welcome the stranger because we don't know if we are welcoming God. In fact, we have to welcome the stranger because we are welcoming God when we do that. We are welcoming God when we do that. We had a beautiful discussion about it here in the service, and everybody recognized the deep value of welcoming the stranger, and also that it is at times really, really difficult. But that it is difficult doesn't mean we can't try, and that we don't have to stand by the principle, the absolute need to uphold the welcoming of the stranger. Recently, Pope Leo condemned the United States for the inhumane treatment of the immigrants in our country in this day and age. And I can only say thank you, Pope Leo, and I join you. What is happening right now in our country is atrocious. People are dying in our facilities at much higher rates than ever before. People are being picked up off on the street, being chained, and without any sense of due process, any sense of the rule of law, are being held captives, even when there is absolutely no reason and no suspicion that somebody has broken the law. This is happening in our country right now. And I think that welcoming the stranger, this deep, deep value of our faith, that precedes as a value, love your neighbor as yourself. It goes before that. It is so fundamental. We have to stand by it. We have to uphold it. We have to remember it. And yes, it does mean that we have to fight for the humane treatment of our immigrants in this country, now more than ever. That is the one area where we can all agree. We can all agree. Jesus was a refugee in his lifetime. Read the Gospel of Matthew one more time, if you haven't done that in a long, long time. Jesus was a refugee. These immigrants are bringing the presence of God into our country, and we should be welcoming them. That is what we stand by. That is what our faith asks us to do. God bless you. Let's keep standing on our spiritual values, and let's keep fighting for welcoming the stranger in this country, now more than ever.